Hello, beautiful soul. In this video, I would like to share with you an energetic upgrade that is relevant for September and October, in a way, an energetic forecast. Because we all are feeling shifts. I would say since the beginning of August, our field was going through a rapid phase of accelerated preparation for what we are to encounter in September and October. So if you think that August was quite interesting, please buckle up, prepare for a beautiful infusion of light codes that are already streaming into your system. I am recording this video from Las Vegas. I always mistaking it with Los Angeles for some reason. But here I am, and this is my 7th day of being here. I was tuning into whether I should be recording this video from Vegas or should I be recording this video from an alternative space in a different country. However, it feels truly aligned to share this information with you from this location and from this energetic grid, and at the same time to upload some codes of sovereignty and true inspiration and blessings into this planetary grid of consciousness. So let's begin. I invite you to open up your field and open up your heart, open up your awareness, your mind to the truth that you are loved. You have always been loved. You have always been held, supported, guided. Not only here on earth, when your awareness started to direct itself into self. So when you became aware that you are a human being of your certain gender, you come from a certain family, you was born into a certain location, the way you look, and so on. I'm not talking about this moment, but before your soul decided to incarnate on this planetary field, actually not even your soul, but your oversoul, you as a consciousness, divine source consciousness, has envisioned multiple scenarios. You have envisioned very, very, very detail of your experience of your existence, and assigned and aligned light teams, legions of light, from angelic realms, from galactic realms, your dragon tribe, and elemental beings, beings from pre-matter world, pre-sound world, and so on. They have been orchestrating pathways for you to feel your connection to source. And those beings have been supporting you as much as you are supporting them too, because we all are always co-creating and exchanging codes and pure love with each other. Nothing is ever flowing one way. We're always in divine co-creation, and we're always practicing the art of balancing, giving and receiving. So you have always been supported even before this incarnation. But at the same time, those beings, they assisted you in creating specific scenarios that you will be experiencing here on earth, physically and also energetically, and also through your dream state, also through your astral projection, and so on. They have been guiding you and supporting you and loving you, blessing you, before you even figured out that you are a human being. And then later you have selected specific parents, you have selected consciousness of planet that you will be co-creating with when you are born, and where you are born and where you grow up, where you travel to. And until this present moment, every single step have been co-created with the divine field and with infinity of light beings. So we are never alone. We actually never do anything by ourselves. Everything that we think is always an impulse, a nudge from a larger field of our oversoul, or from the parallel version of ourselves, or from our galactic team, ancestral team, angelic team, and so on. So I invite you to slowly begin to remember that we are always loved, we are always supported, and we are always guided. Your beautiful families that have welcomed you into this world, that conceived you and brought you into the physical plane of existence, and also they have been part of the scenario that you have selected for yourself. They've been loving you and doing the best they can on a soul level. So it's phenomenally how interwoven we are into the matrix, into the field of love, unconditional love, on energetic level, through the quantum field. It's just so beautiful to watch this network of loving beings that are always in communication with each other. Is the most beautiful thing that one can ever encounter, according to my opinion. So I invite you in this moment to open up your heart, to start feeling the presence of love that has always been there within you and around you, and is there now. Regardless of what you are experiencing, what you have been experiencing, what your environment, reality, and dynamics have looked like and are looking like now, none of it matters. What truly matters is the field of love that you are part of. So I invite you to feel it and to begin to connect to this field by simply opening up your divine receptivity, or to start with communicating to your entire system that you are opening up your light fibers to receive divine support, divine love from the purest expression of source, from the purest expression of your soul family and your beautiful ancestors. When we create this intention, it serves miracles. So please do so now, and we continue. It is important to know that we are loved, to remember that we are love itself, and to feel how much we actually love this planet, how much we love each other, humanity, our children, our parents, our pets, and absolutely everything that we see with our eyes or sense with our feelings, or can consciously or even unconsciously remember. It's important to feel security within the field of love, because when we feel connection to the truth, we are able to perceive all events as neutral and all experiences as simply ones that are serving us, shaping us, and assisting us to move forward. There is victimhood that is naturally dissolves away, and all projections that we have created with our minds or have been bringing up into our reality from past lives or alternative timelines, they simply dissolve, because nothing of illusion stands in the radiance of the truth. And the truth is that we are omnipresent eternal beings. And because of the planetary alignment, because of the astrological alignment, numerological code that we are all experiencing through the months of September and October, I am inviting you to give yourself full permission to integrate this message, this transmission, through love, through joy, through ease, and to truly witness the blessings that are assisting you all the time. In the field of reality, we always have collective reality, we have planetary reality, and we also have galactical reality, angelic reality, but let's narrow it down to our individual reality, because it is a co-creation with different energetic fields and different realms at the same time. So in our own personal experience as civilization, we all are being directed towards recognition that we are changing and that there is no pathway back. Sadly, or it's a good reason to celebrate, depending on how you perceive it, this shift, there is no past anymore. And it's not only that we are shifting into new realities, we are changing, we are morphing. Within our DNA, there is this alchemy that takes place to realign what we perceive as our past. So we are no longer on the mercy of those heavy anchors that have been rooted into past realities. So we're no longer saying that, oh, I can't do this because my mother didn't love me enough, or, well, I never learned to sing, so I have blocked the throat chakra and I can't express my truth, so I lie all the time. So we can't do this anymore. This is the fundamental process that takes place right now in the throat chakra, heart chakra, and solar plexus chakras. These three energy centers are assisting us in shifting into completely different new era of our own energetic field and energetic development, awareness, and spiritual journey as well. When we begin to understand that right now we are lovingly being carried by the wind of change into the fields that are new to us, we have to surrender and learn the art of surrender. And within learning the art of surrender, we have to let go of victimhood. We have to let go of comparison. We have to let go of judgment. We have to let go of conflict. We have to let go of being critical, cynical, and brutal within ourselves. And of course, we have to learn how to trust each other. We have to learn how to trust the world. And the most important thing, we have to begin to open up our heart and communicate on a heart level in a non-violent way, without accusations, without projections, without blaming, without being children on a spiritual level, like in a non-pure or innocent way. Children in terms of less mature and less aware, and in a way less evolved, because it's a very childish behavior to be blaming and to be projecting, to be excusing self by placing responsibility for our own actions, for our own states, feelings upon others. So right now, during the months of September and October, this is what happens. And I don't know what your reality looks like and what kind of shifts you are experiencing, how they look like on a physical level, but overall, this is the dynamic that takes place. I've been guided to come to Las Vegas with a purpose, not only to record a podcast, which you probably will see. It's a podcast of digital social hours, so if you are interested in looking at it and watching it, please do so. I'm sure you can Google it and find it. It would be on YouTube and every other platform, but not about that. Back to transmission. I've been guided to come to Vegas to witness purity, to witness divinity that exists above overlay of confusion, energetic manipulation, vampiric energy siphoning, narcissistic and abusive patterns, addictions, misery, and there's just so much. I'm looking right now at the window and I can see the whole city here. And basically, it's easy for me to say these things because they're right in front of me. But all of this is child's game. All of it is created by, I don't know how to say it correctly, but please forgive me if my pronunciation is wrong, infantilism of our awareness. Our hearts are directly connected to source. Our minds, of course, are also emanation of source consciousness, but the ego structure is conditioned and processed and fed and transmuted, translated through so many different energetic patterns, including genetical coding and so much more. So our minds are hosting this ego structure. And ego structure is often subjected to manipulation, often subjected to false narratives. And because on a collective level, we all are hosting this type of awareness and this type of intelligence to a certain degree, we create different overlays. We behave, we act, we speak, we feel, we create what we after complain about. Addiction is man-made. Yes, it's co-created with lower dimensional entities, Draco Luciferian agendas, so much that goes on behind the scenes. But who is it created through? It's created through humans. Why are humans creating this? Why are we creating this? Because we are not aware that we are doing that. Because that comes naturally. For some people, lying is natural. For some people, stealing is natural. For some people, abusing others is natural. For some people, feeling like constant victim of absolutely everything is natural. So we mistaken what is non-human coding, natural organic coding for the truth. But our natural human divine genome is kindness, honesty, truth, empathy, humility, compassion, forgiveness, generosity, gratitude, and all of these beautiful qualities of divine, good, loving heart. And over years that we have experienced life here on earth, and also before that, prior to that, we have learned how to allow ourselves to not focus on what is actually real, but to focus on what is alternative, what is not real. And we became addicted to giving our power away. We created interesting concepts of financial system, government system, legal system, medical systems, educational systems. That we created even spiritual movements that actually, some of them are taking us God knows where, certainly not to where we think we will end up, just because at the very beginning there is such a strong field of overlay of ignorance that takes quite a while to dismantle. So from the ignorant point A, we end up in an ignorant point B, because perhaps the journey was being driven by ego or lust or selfishness or being self-absorbed or desire to be seen or desire to be better than others. There is so much that happens also in spiritual community. And the reason why I'm talking about this in such a way, because there is no difference between the journey of spirituality and the journey of living in the field of physical matrix or energetic vampirism. There is no difference between anything, and everything is one. Everything is a journey, everything is a field. But within the field there are different overlays and there are different pathways. Even in the most dense and darkest realities, there is always purity. There is always innocence. There is always, at the very core, there is always good and divine source light, Christ consciousness. And what I'm seeing in the field of Las Vegas is that, yes, of course, there is manipulation, deviation, lots of distortions are happening. But you know what is fascinating to see? That apart from the lower dimensional and negative agendas that are taking place here, the humility and kindness that is already present in people who are confused, and some of them are not confused, it doesn't matter. This divinity, this love is beautiful. There is so much hope, there is so much dreams, there are so much aspirations and desires for better, for future. I see so many people with children who are doing what they think they should do to provide for their children better lives. Not only to serve self, but to provide for families, to provide for mothers, to provide for partners, and also to shape up self to be a better person. And it's phenomenal to see. And it's interesting at the same time that pathways, how these beautiful intentions are achieved or actualized, is through investing self, time, energy, finances, health into a very dark matrices. So at the very core there is always divinity. Then there are parasitic dimensions, there are always unpleasant realities, and if we shift higher and higher, there is always an architecture of pure love, there is always an architecture of pure light and joy that is co-created with higher dimensional consciousness that is already within us. So during the months of September and October, we all will be guided towards seeing this architecture within ourselves. That there is a core, then there is illusion, then there is some yuckiness, then there is some more yuckiness, then there is an ignorance, then there is a fear, then there is desire, and then there is something that is truly real. So we need to become more aware and attentive towards ourselves, and our physical reality will be helping and assisting us to see what is not real, what is not truthful, so we can actually appreciate the radiance of our own emanation of source within ourselves. So we can appreciate more of who we are, where we come from, what we represent. And every single being on earth, and let's stick to earth, is good. Every single being is doing best she or he can. Perhaps actions look clumsy. Perhaps creation look even more clumsy. But that is only because of the overlays of confusion and misdirected awareness towards matrices and energetic fields that are designed to siphon the energy, designed to drain and deplete energetic centers, hijack energy body, hijack biological body, and so on. We are not talking about negative alien agenda. We are talking about the truth. And only focusing on love and light and blessings is fun. It's definitely serving, but there are always a time when we have to be very, very, very real, practical, and grounded, so we can actually see real changes in our reality. Is to look within ourselves and to see where we have been ignorant, where we have been tapping into what is not real. And last is not real. Addictions, not real. Desire to harm, hurt self or others, it's also not real. Because divinity, divine source, love, purity, consciousness will never seek self-harm, will never want to harm self, will never want to gamble self or life away or give own energy hoping that everything works out and a large portion of something that we think of value would be given to us. It doesn't work like that. So it's important to forgive ourselves for being ignorant. It is important to forgive our parents for also not knowing that there is a higher pathway, and ancestors and our friends and our partners, absolutely everyone, because no one has a clue how to be holy, divine, spirit embodied self from the beginning. When we are born into this reality, majority of us go through the process of erasing memory. This is simply so we can focus on this incarnation and navigating this life journey. Imagine being aware at a very young age and seeing hundreds, maybe even thousands of realities at the same time. Feeling infinity of birth, feeling infinity of death, feeling your loved ones are passing away, feeling yourself creating another life, feeling yourself being poor, then being extremely wealthy, and managing all of this at the same time. It's very hard to keep mental composure, to keep energetic composure, to be strong and shaped and solid in who you are now, who you are beyond all these dimensions, beyond all of these scenarios, games, and holographic realities. It's very hard, very, very, very hard, and it takes quite a special training by our own divine teams to truly know how to handle this. I'm saying, I'm sharing this information with you because I know, because I was born like that. And please trust me if you want. It's not a fun game at the beginning until we become aware how actually reality works and how we can not control but be everything, being everywhere at the same time, create no preferences, create no attachments, channel no overlays from any parallel reality, have a quite a humble and decent looking ego structure so it doesn't twist too much in the energetic field or deviate the life force and light codes to serve our little agendas, our little selfish, self-centered attentions. So for many reasons, we erase memories for ourselves, for our own sake, a mental sake, I would say, and well-being. And it takes time for us to learn the rules. And for that, we have teachers, we have different beautiful practices, we have so much in this world that is full abundant. But more than that, there is nature, there is heart, there is body, there is breath, there are communities of light beings that are alive, that are living, that are embodied. And also, there are reminders that we have left for ourselves from the future timelines for this current version, that when we tap into this experience, or when we travel to this country and tap into this planetary grid, or we visit this location, or we eat this, I don't know, fruit, so on, mushroom, or anything, when you drink, I don't know, water from a different part of the world, these codes that we tap into carry frequencies that are assisting us in remembering who we are, remembering our light, remembering our divinity, and remembering our truth. It doesn't have to be airy-fairy concepts such as love, light, and blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's the foundation, but at the same time, there is joy, there is excitement, there is real, practical, down to earth experiences and dynamics that feel good. And we know that we want to experience them. We want to feel incredible. We want to know why we've come here. We want to know what future holds for us. So for these experiences, we have created a reminders. Those reminders are absolutely everywhere. But those reminders are never activated through, once again, lust, gluttony, lies, dishonesty, betrayal, backstabbing, cheating, manipulation, energetic, emotional, spiritual, astral manipulation. Those blessings are never activated or revealed to us if we are thinking that we are not worthy of them, if we are thinking that we are nothing, we are no one, we are poor, we are this, like all of these horrible things that we think about ourselves when we are not following the pathway of true alignment. Those dynamics or those activities, those forms, thought forms, or those parts of consciousness, they are not assisting us in tapping into blessings, tapping into reminders that we have left for ourselves from the future timelines. But how we actually activate blessings, how we actually activate divine support, divine hydration, light code hydration that is always there, is by practicing the flow of sacred breath. When we are meditating and simply knowing that we are inhaling light from source field and we are exhaling love from our heart and recoding our own personal reality with love, we begin to slowly and gently and effortlessly be redirected towards a corridor of consciousness where we begin to be slightly more receptive towards kindness. We begin to understand that, oh, that experience actually looked like a drama, but now I know that I don't want drama. I don't want any tension. I don't want any conflict. I don't want any of this. Because I'm good, I'm love, I'm light. Because my heart is pure. And I forgive myself for once upon a time thinking that drama is fun, thinking that drama will make me feel alive and spice things up. Or perhaps thinking that that's how I choose to be empowered. So we begin to start identifying all experiences for what they are, and we begin to forgive external world, internal world, selves, and others, and we begin to see that absolutely everything is actually serving us. So I'm inviting you during the months of October and September, be more attentive to the truth. Start seeing yourself for embodiment of Christ source light consciousness, and that is your being an extension and emanation of source heart, heart of divinity. Your heart is the heart of your oversoul, your soul, and it is within your being. Learn how to trust your heart, how to express the goodness of your heart. How can you up level your humanitarian values? How can you up level your humility, your kindness? Create a very grounded, down to earth manual for yourself. Perhaps write it down. Say, for example, if I have a bad thought about myself, I instantly notice it and replace it with the one that is in alignment with who I am. Because if we think that we are bad, our reality will be reflecting us that. If we think that other people are horrible, stupid, and guilty, they will be so. They will be so, and we will be experiencing our own creations. If we think that making money is difficult and never will be successful and this, so that might actually happen. So if you are hosting within your mind such thoughts, even if you are noticing them once, twice in the daytime, witness a thought for what it is. This is a thought that is not in alignment. It's a truth. It's actually in alignment with illusion. But we are being assisted in walking away from fields of illusion, walking away from fields of artificial matrices and manipulation and addictions and to misery, to poverty, slavery consciousness. So start thinking aligned thoughts that are guiding you, assisting you, and directing your energy back to the truth. And forgive yourself for hosting such thoughts that are not in alignment. And more than that, bless every single thought that you have. I know it may sound a bit stupid. We're not going to be sitting all day on a chair blessing our thoughts. But when in moments you feel that, oh, I want to bless my mind, I want to bless my thoughts, I want to bless my throat chakra, I want to bless my heart, I want to bless my body. If you create such an intention, even if you think that this is a silly practice, it's not. If you create an intention to begin to redirect your energy back to yourself, you will be assisted. And guess what will happen next? You will feel more energized, more vitalized, and a lot more sane and secure in your being. The optimism will come back, inspiration will come back, and then you will perceive all that is happening around you and within you as simply a process, as a shift. You will not care where it guides you, what it takes you to. You will know that you are guided, you are trusted to field around you by source, and you can trust source. You can trust external field and internal field. Remember how much you are loved. Remember how much you are loving, how beautiful your heart is, how beautiful everything about you is, and surrender. Go with the flow. Experience the shifts and know that the current of your own divine source consciousness is moving you gently exactly towards where you need to be. If you are doing your best and not rowing against the flow, but actually you are assisting the flow by clearing out your negative belief patterns, your negative programs and negative energetic overlays, breathing in divine source light, exhaling out love, and simply surrendering, observing what is happening within you and how you are creating your reality. Because from now on, we are tapping into way more accelerated flow, fast flow of changes, shifts. So September and October is all about that. And towards the December, there would be some very interesting creations that already would be birthed. So please remember that right now you're not just experiencing, you are preparing foundation for something truly magical. And remember that we are creating not only with our thoughts, our actions, our words, but we are creating with our frequency. You are now creating a foundation with your frequency for something that is going to be revealed to you in December and closer to January. Beautiful ones. I think this is a good hint. And I've shared not only lots of words, but also quotes that pure love from my heart into yours. And we are anchoring this beautiful sovereignty stream into Las Vegas, into the city of hope, aspiration and excitement. It's very, 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 very fun here. Honestly, I'm really enjoying staying here. I just see so much hope, so much kindness, so much goodness in people who are visiting, because I think everybody's visiting here. That I've seen so much beauty in hearts of people, and that is what creates beautiful shifts. Planetary. Imagine if in one of the most dense grids on Earth there is such a beautiful architecture of light that is placed above the silliness, and we are assisting this grid to be stabilized on Earth, anchoring higher architecture into the physical reality by simply witnessing it, by simply channeling it and being grateful and assistful. Is there such word? Assistful, assisting. Then the entire overlay and changes and shifts. So I invite you to remember your wholeness, your holiness, go with the flow, embody your love, and know that in those places where you feel love and you remember who you are, you help to anchor down architecture of higher realms. And if you travel, beautiful. If you stay in one place, beautiful. You are always exactly where you need to be at a very exact time. You have nothing to worry and absolutely all to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. And that's a wrap for our energetic podcast. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and may you experience the beauty of your infinite, omnipresent heart with so much love. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.